everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing another VOD review. This is for Froggo, and it is a Plat 2 game, and it's actually a win, and they only play Mercy. Things I need to work on is this is one of the first games back on console, because I know obviously Froggo plays a bit PC, bit on console, so we're on console today. It's been a bit of a struggle trying to get used to a controller all over again. I feel like I'm struggling with my positioning and movement. Holding controller feels so gross right now, and I'm trying to climb into Diamond. Started as Gold 1 last season, ended Plat 5. I don't know if Mercy is the way to go for me right now. She doesn't feel right. Okay, first of all, Froggo, obviously you're playing Mercy on a controller, so that might feel quite weird to you already, because obviously you're so used to using it on a keyboard and mouse and everything. So making that switch back to a controller is already going to be difficult for you. But we could definitely look at your positioning, because I feel as though positioning is something we can help. Movement we can obviously look at. You'll probably know more like what kind of movement you'll want to do. And you might struggle a little bit with like certain like bits of tech, I guess, because obviously you're not used to playing on a controller, you're used to playing on a keyboard and mouse. So I guess we'll kind of like look at them though and see how you're doing, Froggo. But once again, would you like your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch on Sundays at 2 PM in the UK, but don't worry if you can't make that time, as I also do them offline and upload them straight to YouTube as well. They only cost 7,500 Koala Moolah, or channel points as they're probably better known, which you can get completely for free by watching like my streams basically. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around 5:30 PM UK, so be sure to hop on over there, get saving, and you can have your very own VOD either shown live on stream or be done offline and just be posted to YouTube afterwards. For more info, do not be afraid to hop into the stream or come and join the Koala Creek Discord and ask one of my lovely mods over there. The link for that will be in the description. Now, back to the VOD. Yeah, so I guess we'll get straight into it. We are using the Vancouver Titans like skin along with the Jade weapon. I feel like this goes so well. We also have the cute little bee charm as well, which is so cute. I feel like it's so yucky holding a controller. No, exactly, which I think might be your cause of your like bad movement, I guess, from this VOD. Obviously I've not had a look at it yet. You might still have some really good movement. But I feel like, yeah, definitely if you're struggling with that, then you know it probably is to do with like not being used to using a controller. Looking at our team, we have ourselves a Doomfist, a Sojourn, a Venture, and obviously Honor. Really good team comp for Mercy. We have a lot of damage boost here, which is really great. Obviously Sojourn isn't with us at the beginning, but that's fine. Nice heals obviously onto Doom, because obviously our Honor isn't here yet. Make sure if you can to flick that damage boost on as the Rhine, sorry, not as the Rhine, as the Doom slams in, just if we can, just to get that little bit of extra damage in. Nice help on Venture, obviously on the off angle. Nice damage on the Sojourn here, though. Nice. That's topping onto Venture as well. Hopefully your Honor... Okay. You can rest that, though. Nice. Just unfortunately, your Honor did not heal any of that, unfortunately. I felt like your Honor should have definitely healed up a little bit more there, but it's all good. So we need to help Doom here, because Doom is out of LOS from our Honor right now. Like, our Honor's going to really struggle to try and shoot the Doom right now. So we just make sure that we still keep the... What's it called? Just make sure that we still like try to keep the Doom salts up a little bit more if we can. Your Honor is still really struggling. Bless him. Okay, that's fine. It's fine that you're picking up a bit of the heals here, because obviously our Honor is really struggling. Nice heals onto Doom though. Oh, yeah. All good. Nice rotation, though. It was like, what's it called? I know, obviously, that you wanted to rotate up onto here. Just unfortunately, we couldn't end up getting it onto the orb. Just make sure that we're still, like, looking at the orb before we try to go for the J up. I know, it's like, you have to do it a little bit slower on console. Oh, the poor Mercy. the poor Mercy. Bless her heart. She, you know what, new thumbnail. If Eva's here, Eva, remind me this is going to be the thumbnail for the VOD. Thank you. Oh, bless. But yeah, no, it feels like for this entire first bit, we have had to keep, you know, like, be constantly healing everyone, because unfortunately our Honor has not been hitting shots, basically. But yeah, your Honor was struggling, but it's all good. At this point, we just have to reset, but nice that we pick up with the Sojourn. Just obviously be careful of the Hanzo, but we can sit in damage boost for a sec. Nice. Your Honor is... Your Honor is very aggressive, but it's fine. You know that one scene from Shrek? There's an... No, I know what you mean, sweet. Love it. Sheesh, she's got that quick. Nice pop of the Valk, obviously you want to try and like contest back with this if you can. You know, you want to continue up the aggression. Nice heals because everyone's really, really weak. Really nice. Really, really well played there, Froggo. Really, really nice. Obviously, I respect the Valk because obviously, you know, you want to try and like push in on the aggression. Really, really nice. Very well played there. So obviously, just be careful people recontesting. Like the Arista, for example. Yes. Make sure that we're ready for the recontest here, because right now we're kind of like just on point, like dum-de-dum-de-dum. We have 3 on as well, remember, so we don't desperately need us on the point here. We could definitely like back off and like play somewhere else. Really key example is we could play up on this high ground here, or we could play up in that window, or play like down here basically. But right now, when we know the Arista is wanting to come onto point, we don't want to be stood on point in case she decides just to, you know, chuck a javelin at us and we get, you know, shot into a wall basically. We just need to make sure that we're ready for these recontests basically. Things were said during the game also, so I tried to get used to that as well. Yeah, I feel like you're playing at a quite a fast sense, which is fine, because, you know, obviously, you're playing, when you play on PC, you're probably used to playing like quite a high sense anyways, so, all good. Nice, obviously we're playing above now. We don't actually need to be with the Sojourn right now. I know Sojourn does not realize this. This payload moves by itself from this opening. This is very empty, what's it called? Fire station. But yeah, so it goes from the fire station and then waits for this door to go up, and then we'll go through the door slightly and it'll end basically where this bar is. This is where you'll have to start moving it yourself. This means we can push up. We can push up with our hog, for example, and look for an aggressive hook. We can definitely like push up a little bit more here and do some, you know, maybe get some like staggers or something like that in, because we don't need to be on the point right now because, you know, it moves by itself basically. Don't think your Sojourn realizes that, unfortunately. But it does just kind of move by itself, so we can definitely push up a little bit more. All good though. And yeah, this is about the point we'll have to start pushing it. Nice. Make sure we're trying to follow through with the Sojourn whenever she slides. Try just do like a mini J here just to make sure that we're keeping up with her and keeping in beam range, because she is our main bleeding target. As well, right now, obviously we don't know the Reaper's here, but we do know in the replays, but we don't know the Reaper's here. So we just know that everyone's going to be main. Who's going to be the main person that's going to be able like to do anything right now is going to be our Sojourn, because obviously Venture is a little bit more short range. Hog as well, short range. Honor is just sound the payload right now, so she's not going to be able to do anything. So right now we just need to try and like keep up with the Sojourn as much as we can, basically. Nice. So we can hear the Reaper behind us now, which is exactly, I feel like, what you've reacted to, which is really, really great. Nice that you rotate away from him. Try not to jump up to where he was, though. We don't need to rotate up here. Remember, if we're safe, stay in that space. We were really, really safe over here, and right now we're risking ourselves to go up. If this Reaper did not drop and he decided to still keep on shooting on the high ground and we came up here, pew, 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 you're dead, okay? So if you can, try just to play on this, like, low ground bit here and play here. Force the Reaper to come to you, or wait for the Reaper to rotate himself before we go to rotate ourselves, okay? So just try and like still play on this side a little bit more. We'll keep going. Really nice peel, obviously, for your honor here. He rapes away. Fortunate for our Venture. We can go in and res this though. Nice. We could have gone to res a little bit quicker here. The Reaper is my enemy. We could have res this a little bit quicker than what we did. The reasoning is because your team was still pretty healthy. Like, I know obviously that you were waiting to check that your team was okay, but we could definitely gone for this a little bit sooner, because now we've kind of drawn attention to ourselves with the Hanzo, for example. Like, the Hanzo's kind of like now looking at us. So if you can, it's good as someone looking for me, just go for it straight away. Because you know that these guys are not looking at you right now, and as well, if you need to, you do have the Sojourn to try and like peel for you. But I like that you wait for a second just to make sure your team's okay, but I would definitely gone for the res a little bit sooner. We could have maybe got it like, no, actually no, I feel like it's good where it is, to be honest, because I don't think you can get it over this wall in time, because this wall's a little bit high. But really good res. Love how you got that escape res well to go straight out. Really, really nice. Pushed it with the Hog as well, because obviously the Hog's going to be able to do stuff more here. Nice peel for your honor as well. Really, really nice. Nice rotation up onto the high ground. Just unfortunately your team has started to fall a little bit and we'd go to use res. Nice, we just back out here, unfortunately. Oh my god. Shot with a javelin. But it's all good. We just reset there because obviously our Hog hasn't fallen like quite early on, so does our honor. All good, reset. We made him use a lot of ults as well, so all good. We just go again. So push it back in. So obviously just be careful of the doorway of the Reaper. Wow. Your Venture just got absolutely annihilated, it feels like. You're not going to be able to get a res off either, so just play back. Make sure that you don't take too much damage from the Reaper that's going to push up. Nice damage with the Sojourn, though. Really, really nice. Just, unfortunately, your Hog gets up once again, being taken out, staggering a little bit. And you're not going to be able to get this res off either, unless you get this Reaper. I would go for this res quicker. Because what's going to happen is this Reaper has obviously passed. He's gone. You can get in and do a res here now, because it's going to be safe for you. I feel like we should definitely go for this res. The reason why I'm saying go for this res is because now this enemy team is going to have an advantage, because they're going to res the they're going to res the Reaper, and he's still going to he's still going to like go in aggressively basically, and you're not going to have your Hog in order to like try and help counter that basically. I think I tried to avoid doing risky res as much as possible. You need to do risky res sometimes though, Froggo, and this is something that you will find when you get a little bit higher up in the ranks, which you will do because I know how you play as Mercy on PC and everything, so I know that you're gonna like climb up. One thing that you will learn is that you will have to do risky reses from time to time, but it's how you perform them risky reses is how you make a good Mercy. If you know when to do the risky res and how, you know, and how to position yourself while you're doing the risky reses, they can really ultimately help change a team fight really, really well, and we can definitely help be a little bit more, like, helpful, I guess is the word. I don't know what word I'm trying to look for. I'm really struggling with my words today. But yeah, so I think definitely we should have looked as soon as that Reaper was gone, because it's fine for you playing here when, you know, the Reaper's there, because you're like, you know, I'm not going to get this res off while the Reaper's there. As soon as that Reaper goes, you go for that res, because you know that, you know, the enemy Mercy is going to do the exact same. She's also going to look for that res. But we'll keep going, because see what ends up happening. So Mercy gets off the res. She ends up falling though, which is really, really great. Okay, no, she doesn't even get off the res. That's actually kind of huge. We're into Valken, which is fine, because I feel like we do need the Valk here. Nice positioning. Stay where you are though. If we're safe, stay in that space. We're completely fine here. We don't need to J into our team here. We're really, really fine where we are. Nice use of the damage boost. Nice. Obviously, Venture's gone, so we start damage boosting someone else. Really nice. Really, really well played. Very, very nice. Alright, let's keep going. Obviously, now you know what also going to be coming up. You know they're going to have a Rissa roll. You also know they're going to have a Reaper roll as well. So you're just going to be careful of them. So just be careful of the Reaper kind of like just dropping down from the high ground onto you guys. Unfortunately, your Venture ends up getting picked off, but at the same time, your Venture went really, really aggressively there, so you can't really do anything about that. Just, what I would be doing here is I'd be playing really quite far back from the payload, just in case the Reaper was going to drop his Blossom on me. So just kind of play far back if you can at this point. That's a risky res I would not go for. Because we know that what's called. We know, if we have a look at the kill feed in a sec. Because the kill feed can give you like such a good identifier of what's like happening when we, you know, we don't have LOS of it, or like if we, what's it called. For the rest of safe, I didn't know the Venture was there. Okay. We used to look at the kill feed. It's a Venture that's died, and it has died to an Honor nade, but we can hear the Reaper, and also they've also died to a Venture. If they have died to a Venture, or like some kind of thing from the Venture, that means that we also, you know, that the Venture's going to be close by. Because Venture's not going to be like halfway across the map, because obviously Venture has to play close range. So we know the Venture has to be close by. Honor could be anywhere, to be honest, because Honor could just chuck a nade across the map. You know, we don't know about Honor. We do know about Reaper though, because we've heard the Reaper as well, right? So we don't want to go for this res here unless if we desperately know that they have backed off, and that's either with confirmation from our team or that's confirmation from ourselves, like we see the Venture go away, so then we can go for the res. So we just need to try and just be careful here. I would have, instead of like just flinging yourself up here, by the way, I would have maybe looked to do a rotation around back here, because then if you want to try and help your Sojourn in a sec, you can use your team to go and help basically, because you don't want to go up. Because if you go up, you have the, what's called, you can end up being picked off by these guys from here. You can follow through if you want to, but, you know, you've got to be, like, really, really careful, basically. So you want to try and, like, just peel away. Give yourself the extra second just to play with your team for a sec, and then go with your Sojourn, okay? But yeah, so it's really tired to play this game. No, it's fine, though, sweet. It's all good. So we go for the res. Just the ends up using a lot of ults. Bear in mind as well, they use both the Reaper and the Orisa ult though, which are two like really, really big ultimates. So overall, I think that's technically just a win for your team. We end up using Nano, which is a little bit unfortunate, but in the overall grand scheme of things, they used a lot of like really big ultimates together. Like, you guys can very easily like cap this next point if you use your ultimates really, really well, because they're not gonna have any. So we keep going. Can I just say, I love your use of cancel GAs as well, Sweet. Like, your what's called. I love how much you're like using them instead of like slings and everything in order to like try and like keep up with people. It's really, really nice. Nice. Sled the Venture. Oh, they have Sombra now. Oh, did you do so well? Just unfortunate that nobody really pilled for you. I love how like, how much you played this kind of like pillar and everything to try like play out of LOS of the Sombra and everything. Just unfortunate that, you know, nobody came to peel for you in time, really. But yeah, I've been trying to use the cancel GA as much as possible. No, and it's really showing. Because do you feel like you're able to keep up with your team a lot more now you're like using it a lot more? Because if you're constantly trying to use slings, it's what's called, it can be really, really hard for you to like try and keep up with people. But yeah. Spoiler alert, I get spawn camped. Ooh, okay. Well, if you're playing against a Sombra, make sure you have your pistol out ready. And yeah, it is rude. But yeah, make sure you have your pistol out ready. Because if you're coming out of spawn and you know they've got a Sombra, you've not got your pistol out ready, then you're not ready to fight for the spawn camp. It's fine if she spawn camps you as well, because bear in mind your team are winning the team fight. So, the Sombra's basically making it a 4v4. Yep. Lovely, lovely character. But it's fine, you know, because your team are making a really good advantage of pushing the payload. In fact, they're literally going to get it in. So you can just switch spawns. So technically, you actually help your team out. So it's fine. Oh, but anyways, go again. That's actually... So I was like, sorry, Mercy, but you're helping your DPS way too much. I was like, nah, you're slimy. Well, that's when you know you're the issue, though. If you're being sat there and you're being spawn camped as Mercy, like, that's when you know that you are doing absolutely amazingly. So you come back, push everyone's antied. Nice, obviously, healing on Honor first, because obviously, you know, you want to try and keep up our seconds for it. Nice, flick onto the damage boost when he comes in with that hook. Really, really nice. Straight to damage boost and Sojourn. I would look to rotate here. I would look to rotate across just so we can keep in beam range of our Sojourn, because our Sojourn is like our main blue beam target here. I would look to rotate to maybe come onto the stairs, or I'd rotate to come behind this like wall or something basically. We just want to try and enable our Sojourn here. My Honor and Sojourn back the Sombra for me. As they should. As they should. But so good. We just need to try and keep, yeah. I feel like that's kind of our bad for not going into the LOS of our Sojourn. I feel like we should definitely gone round to go and, you know, make sure we're still in LOS, you know, in beam range of her, basically, before we do. Nice res, though, I will say. It's really nice, but we could have definitely... Well, Moira wants you as well, okay? But yeah, no, you need to try and, like, play out to the LOS of the... Of what's called... Well, no, sorry, not play out LOS. You try and play within beam range of the Sojourn. Sorry, my bad. But yeah. Wow! They are obsessed with you. You did as much as you could, kind of say here as well. Like, you got out of the way of the Moira. Sombra is just obsessive with you and decides to translocate up onto you. Wow. Genuinely, wow. They want you so bad. At this point, I'd be asking my team maybe for a bit more peel or anything, but honestly, like, wow. Genuinely, wow. But we'll keep going. We have a cast now. If we stick with our cast, that can really, really help. I was typing. No, as you should. I would type as well here. Let's be honest. You have cast now, though, which should hopefully help a little bit more with the Sombra. Like, if we kind of just stick about with our cast a little bit more, he can hinder the Sombra and everything. But all good. Careful for Aristable. We don't want to be playing on the point here, because obviously we don't know whether Arista has ult again if we can. So if we can, try just obviously, you know, play back away for the point so we don't end up getting hooked into the Arista ult or anything. Nice. Nice heals here. Nice sling. Make that a sling completely away. Make this a sling that's going to be so far away from Venture, because we don't want to sling up or like near the Venture, because they can still like be in range for us. We want to just get completely away from this Venture, like as far away as we can if we can. Nice peel for our Honor though. We pop Valkyrie, which is fine, because obviously we've got people behind and people in front. Nice push on the damage boost. Just unfortunately ends up falling. We can res. We can res. Very, very nice. I feel like we wait a little bit too long to do the res though, and our what's called our venture ends up falling. But it's all good. We should definitely gone for the res a little bit sooner because we could definitely just go straight for the res there. We'll keep going. Nice push on the damage boost as well. Really, really great. All good. Now we just need to make sure that we're staying on the point, basically. I panicked. No, it's alright. I heard the Sombra. So I'm just gonna have EMP, by the way. Instead of playing on the point here, I'd play in the room. The reasoning is because we know Sombra has EMP, and we want to try and block LOS of the EMP as much as possible, because if we block LOS of the EMP, then it means we don't get EMP'd. So if we can, try just play off and like off to the side, like your cast in this room, for example. If he walks behind you, that's fine if we just stay in this room, because we just want to stay out of the way of this Sombra. If like from my past experience with playing with Sombras on this map, they are most likely going to be on this high ground, as exampled here with the Sombra. She's going to play up on this high ground, and she's going to drop down and then just EMP activate or whatever she says. And she will catch you here. So if you can, try just to play in this piece of cover, because then if she EMP activates, oh, I do get caught out by it. Yay, I can still like fly about and do my things. So if you can, try just to play out of the LOS of where the Sombra could EMP from, basically. And just play kind of split and in cover away from your team. Alright? We'll keep going. So I'm just waiting for the EMP. Nice res. Oh, no. That was such a good res. That's not you. Oh, hey, you didn't get caught out by EMP though, so that's props. But yeah, no. Froggo, other than that though, you're doing really well so far, sweet. I feel like I can definitely tell that you're still getting used to controller, but honestly, it's not bad. Like, your movement is still really, really good. Your positioning is still really, really good. And overall, like, I feel as though to say that you normally play on PC, you're playing on a controller right now, you're playing really, really well. My main things for you right now, though, Froggo, is I need you to stay in beam range of some people a little bit more. Like, for example, your Sojourn, like, your cast, you need to try and, like, stay with them in beam range. That sometimes means that you do need to rotate. There's other times, though, where you need to, you know, play safe in that space, basically, because there's been a few times where we kind of, like, GA ourselves out, and it's, like, a really bad spot, basically. But other than that, though, like, really, like, oh, and then if Sombra spawn camping, you make sure you have the pistol out ready. Sorry, everyone. But probably though, you're playing really, really well, Froggo. I would say in beam range, but I want to save my honor. Honestly, you are fine. Like, if I would rather you stayed in beam range of your DPS rather than staying with your honor. The reasoning is because you can still like peel back to go and help your honor if like you desperately need to. But at the same time as well, like, you need to try and just enable your DPS as much as possible. Because, sure, you can help your honor out with the Sombra, but probably what's going to happen is, especially with the buff and the, you know, the DPS passive and her cube and everything like that, most likely your honor is going to die to a Sombra anyways. So, I would rather commit forward with, what's it called? With the with Sojourn a little bit. Like, you can still try to play basically where you can also play with your honor as well. But as well, you gotta remember, it's not your job to babysit the honor 24/7. Like, sure, you can peel for the honor, don't get me wrong, but as Mercy, you can't just have your job as just babysitting honor, because you won't get any of your own value in, kind of thing. At that point, if you need to sit there and babysit your honor, you have to switch to break, or your honor has to switch herself. But we'll keep on going. So we looks like we're on defense now. We have ourselves pretty much the same comp again, just we have a Rhine now. And yeah, I guess I'll just see what you guys end up doing, basically. Looking at the enemy team comp. Obviously, we don't know what they've got yet, but obviously they're still running the Aressa. But yeah, I was typing again. No, it's alright. It's the start of the round anyways, so it's all good. But anyways. Nice. Don't GA in front of the boss, GA behind, or walk behind the fire engine. You could, for example, you could put your beam onto like your honor or something here and do a bounce to get to your Sojourn. The reasoning is because we don't know what they've got yet, and obviously they have a bastion. Us GAing across the bastion in a straight line is very, very bad, because the Bastion can really easily just track us and just annihilate us like that. If we need to rotate to help our Sojourn here, we need to make sure that we're rotating behind, just to make sure that we're not taking any extra damage, and we go behind like this. That's fine. Nice heals here. I'd make that, so instead of going in to come and help your Ryan as you are doing here, I would make it so you do a 180 GA. The reasoning is because we don't want to abandon our Sojourn. Because what's going to happen here is, so obviously these guys are trying to push forward, and they notice obviously the Sojourn's on a flank, and, you know, you get your Ryan weak. Now, you peeling back for the Ryan is absolutely fine here, because, you know, you need to try and keep up the Ryan. Obviously, you know, Honor is not going to be able to try and help top him up with the HP that he has. But you just doing your GA in a sling up here means that you're now leaving yourself, which means Orisa, spinny, 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 javelin, she's gone, and you're not there to help her. We need to make sure that we're going in to go and help our Ryan, but then we can, we can then do a quick little 180 GA to go back to go and help our Sojourn, and then we can sit and damage reduce our Sojourn back here, basically. Just make sure that we're constantly peeling back for her and making sure that she's not by herself, because we don't want to leave her on her own, basically. You end up peeling back for her over the thing, which is completely fine. Obviously, you tag the Moira, because she's there. Nice positioning here. That's fine. Really well positioned there. Very, very nice. You don't need to back off to the high ground here, because these guys have lost their Moira, which means they're going to start backing out. So we don't need to back off here. We can actually keep on like starting to push up a little bit more, so we could just stay on the fire engine here. Woo! Woo! A little bit of a, what's it called? A little bit of a thinky moment where it's like, ooh, I'm scared of being the Sombra being around. Yes, because unfortunately Zaddy has now switched to what's called to play Sombra. I think my best piece of advice to you is think to yourself, where can the Sombra go? Basically, where can the Sombra be? The Sombra is somehow here. This wasn't the place I was going to tell you where the Sombra could be. I was going to tell you the Sombra could be up in the carriage, or they could appear from like one of these like side angles or something, so you should be safe here. I genuinely want to know where the Sombras come from here, because I was going to be like, oh, play on the stairs because you'll be safe. How has she not been detected there? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. You are not in the wrong here at all. You should actually just be positioned here. And the reason is because the Sombra should have been detected. I don't understand how enough she was not detected. But I was gonna say, right? Let's talk about normal Sombras. Sombra will come from this up a bit. She will come from this side on like one of these doors or something like that. She will basically struggle to get to you if you're playing on these stairs as you are, basically. So you're absolutely fine where you're playing now. I want to see what you end up doing though when you get hacked. So try not to GA into the team like this. Obviously you are completely fine to stand still as you are, because you help your Honors get out. And then what's going to happen is Sombra will then want to go back to her team. At that point you can then back off a little bit. So I'd look to either GA to your Honors, come be like behind this wheelie bin or something like that. We don't want to try and GA into the team here. We want to try and GA kind of out and away if we can. But nice of you to try and help our Sojourn here. Very, very nice. Nice rotation back. Nice. Nice Valk here as well, because we know it's probably winnable. Nice. We still obviously Sombra translocate away, so we go for the res. Nice damage pistol on the slam. Nice damage pistol on the pin. Really, really good beam management there, Froggo. Really, really good Valk. Love that Valk. Beautiful Valk. Nice as well how you save your healing for the end of Valk. Obviously, Honor's not here to top up, so I would take the healing for myself because I'm greedy like that. Nice. So looks like we're trying to spry check for the Sombra right now. Nice. Nice management. Obviously, so we know that she's back with her team now. Oh, it's just unfortunate, man. So what ends up happening is, obviously, you know, the Sombra ends up unfortunately catching us out as the Bastion ult ends. That's just a really good, like, combo from the Bastion there, because obviously you can't J across because you end up falling into the Bastion ult. You have to kind of, like, just wait it out for a second. If you want to try and, like, make your movement a little bit more, like, you know, like, make it harder for the Sombra to hit you, you want to try and just do, like, a little bit of crouch spamming here, and then as soon as you get a G onto someone, you G away. Love how you tried to obviously go straight behind the wall in order to block LOS of it, but it's just unfortunate that they end up using an ult and the Sombra ends up obviously capitalizing on that. Just unfortunate though, but we go again. See what we can do. See what your team can do as we get back. I don't think you guys win this one, unfortunately. Nope. All good. Go back to your Sojourn. And we just go again. See where Sojourn wants to hold in a second. But overall, Froggo, though, you played that, like, absolutely, like, perfectly fine. All good. Nice rotation away. All good. Nice GA, obviously, to what's called to the cover and everything. You did as much as you could there to block out the Sombra. And we just go again. Okay, Froggo, what I want you to do when you're playing against a Sombra, because I know obviously the Sombra's not here right now, but if you know you're playing against a Sombra, play near some cover, because if you are just casually just sling yourself up into the air and then she hacks you, A, you'll just completely drop to the ground, but also B, you are very out in the open and very easy for the Sombra just to be able to track, because obviously when you just fall, because obviously you'll fall because you don't have a GA or like Angelic anything, you'll just fall, very, very easy for the Sombra to track you, bam, you're gone. Instead, play around the pieces of cover that you have available, like how you did with this like most recent one where you played around like the police car and everything like that. Just play around some pieces of cover. Play like either like back here, for example, or like just play like on these stairs or something. And then if the Sombra just come for you, then you know if you're quick enough, then you're able to just obviously like J quickly away from her or something like that. But we just don't want to be floating about in the air basically if we can. So we'll keep going. Fortunately, go for Arana. Wait for it to back away. Nice. Make sure we're doing that in a little bit more cover than what we did, just in case of the Bastion, basically. But really, really great. Nice heals onto the Sojourn as well. Nice. Obviously, your Sojourn ends up backing off, which is great. Nice damage boost here. Nice. Unfortunately, you cannot res because it's not going to be there in time. Nice little ping as well to let them know. Sojourn back the Sombra again. I saw it. It looks so funny. But nice. Okay, so your Sojourn's obviously going to be coming back from spawn. Yeah, we do need to back off a little bit. Which I hope Yana's going to do. Exactly as you've done here. Do you see how like how the Sombra's hacked you and then you've just gone straight to cover? This is how I needed you to play like more often. Like play like this. Really, really great. Nice. We could pop the Valk in a second as well if we need to. No. Very, very nice Valk here. It's going under, so that's fine. No. Oh. Oh, did the res cancel? No, dude. To be honest, I respect the res, and I feel like the res is a really, really good res if we were able to use this res and drag it down here. Drag it behind this car like this. Obviously not like in the floor like this. But like drag it down here. The reasoning is because the D.Va would have to obviously like turn for you, but then you're going to be out of LOS of like the Moira, you're going to be out of LOS of the Bastion, you're going to be out of LOS of the BAP and everything like that. Really, really good res, but we should have definitely done it like down here and then gone back to our team and then tried to help Arana get back. Hopefully our Ryan would push up as well at that point. I like the res. It's just unfortunately they end up cancelling. That's fine, so we obviously end up going up to go back to our team. Nice balance of heals here as well. Nice. Try not to play behind the Ryan shield here though. Try just to, once again, just still be playing off to the side a little bit if you can. Just in case Ryan decides to drop his shield. Nice damage from the slam. Nice heals as well. Obviously, spy checking her because you know that she's behind, but then I just go straight back to go and help in my team. unfortunate on your Sojourn. She just pushes up a lot. I don't think you're going to be able to go and res that because our Rhino's not pushing up for it. She's gone. All good. I wanted to heal my Venture up instead of the Ryan because I know my Honor was around the corner. No, exactly. Absolutely correct there, Froggo. Same thing again. Try not to play like directly behind the Ryan shield. We don't need to look at the enemy team here because the other person that we're really like worried about is the Sombra. So in which case we want to just try like play some cover or something basically. Play where she's going to struggle to get us. Because if we're trying to play behind this Ryan shield as we just have, this is what happens. We're getting caught out by EMP. If we played behind here and then she EMP'd, and then, oh yeah, I can J and still help my team, alright? We don't want to be kind of like in there, basically. Just unfortunate. We just have to reset there. But yeah, we needed to definitely like play back, basically, not trying to G ourselves into like the team, basically, when we know that they're going to have EMP. But still good. Nice J away. Obviously at this point we just need to try and like get people out, make sure we're not peeking it for the Bastion. Nice position here. Just make sure we're still trying to like to keep our castle a little bit here basically. Because we want to try and like, you know, enable our castle so we know that Fingy's gonna be coming back soon. That Venture just went straight into our Sombra as well, I love it. Once again, we'll position ourselves really out in the open here. Try if we can to position ourselves like off to a side or something here. Just so we're what's called, I would position myself like kind of here-ish as Mercy here. Because then it means that we've got time to obviously, you know, we can go and help our Honor, but we can also go to help Venture. We can also help everyone main like this. And we're not stood out completely out in the open as we have them right here. Alright. We're all sick of the Sombra? No, I would be. Nice how we saved Jay as well for the Bastional on the just in case. Nice position here. Very, very nice. Make sure we're going to go help our cast a little bit sooner here. Right now we're very like focused on trying to help our Orion when our cast has just got 2 and is really, really weak in the back line. We need to try and keep him up right now. So make sure we're trying to flick our beam onto him because we can still have this positioning that we do have, but we can still do this by also helping our cast a little bit more. I was just about to say do exactly that for the res, but the may ends up providing you with a wall as well. That's very, very kind. But all good. Got with Venture here. Very, very nice. Very, very nice with the damage boost as well on that Venture. Really well played. Your Honor is so aggressive. Nice try to help your Honor back. Obviously, your Honor's playing really, really aggressively for some reason. But it's all good. I was really sort of with Ryan. Yeah, just make sure when you're using your back to still be able like to look around to like what the rest of your team is doing and everything as well. Because remember, it's not all about your Ryan. Nice, wait for Vengers to come out before you can go and help. We needed to be this damage boost that a little bit more. We're doing a lot of like backwards J's. Like for example, you end up doing this like mini backwards J here when you don't need to. Same here as we end up doing like this mini J, like backwards J when you don't need to. We can reach beams here. If you can reach beams, allow you, even if you just need to walk forward slightly, allow yourself to walk forward for the beam ever so slightly and then walk away, because the beam will still keep connected for about like 1.3 seconds. So it means that you can just start walking away. It'll still allow that healing, and then we can still obviously keep up with our casts. Right now we use these like 2 like little mini like GAs like this that have increased our GA cooldown when we don't need to, and we can actually end up going to go and damage boost the castle a little bit quicker if we just did that. But so good. Nice damage boost here. If we're safe, stay in that space. We are so safe right now. We're still in LOS of our cast. We are completely fine where we are. Go on, you get that, May. You get that, May. Nice. You really need the 1 bullet as well. Nice. I go with your Venture again as well to try and like get the Bastion. Nice. Remember, Venture could dig away, so if you're safe, stay in that space. Which is exactly what you were right back then. Really, really great. So they're going to start coming in a sec. I would damage boost his Venture ult here. Venture's ult is really, really good if people are on the ground, like how they are, for example. I would just focus on damage boosting the Venture ult here instead of trying to damage boost the Brine, because the Venture ult will do so much damage when it's damage boosted. Obviously, pop Valk. Nice. And you ended up winning it. So, Froggo, overall, really, really well. I was going to damage with Venture, but I couldn't see them. No, it's alright, sweet. We just needed to kind of like adjust our positioning ever so slightly so we make sure that we could end up seeing them, because Venture is really, really good to damage boost. But yeah, other than that, Froggo, really, really well played. I feel like if you told me that you were still playing on your PC there, I would definitely like not really blink twice, apart from like a few like obvious like minor GA errors and everything like that. But obviously it's you still like trying to get used to, you know, be back playing on a controller. But overall, Frogger, like honestly, first piece of advice, just keep on like at it with using your control and everything like that, getting a little bit more used to the movement. I feel like you're really good with your sense right now. Your sense feels really good for you as well, so keep it at that for now, because it's really, really good. Overall, main thing I want you to work on is working with playing against a Sombra, making sure that we know that we're whipping out our pistol whenever we know that we feel like we're gonna get spawn camped, making sure as well that we're not just playing out in the open, making sure that we're still playing within our cover, and making sure that we have a piece of cover that, you know, we can quickly walk behind if we know where the Sombra's going to be coming from. Which I guess comes with more time and more, I guess, kind of like playing with and against Sombras. Because if you know where Sombras are going to attack from, and you know where they're going to be like most likely going to come from, then we can kind of position ourselves with a piece of cover where if she does go to try and hack us, we can quickly walk behind the piece of cover. Or if she does end up hacking us, we can use it as like a good piece of cover in order to avoid the cube and all that kind of stuff. So just try if you can to kind of adjust your positioning when you're playing against a Sombra to make sure that you're still playing behind all these like pieces of cover and everything. Valks were okay as well. I feel like the Valks were really, really good. Like, I don't think I've got any issues with your Valks, honestly. Like, they were really good. Reses were pretty good as well. Just overall, Froggo, just keep on playing on console. Get yourself more used to, like, playing on your console. Oh, the other thing as well, sorry, is try to keep in beam range of your DPS a little bit more. There's been a few times where, I guess this kind of comes into your position again, where it's like, you end up kind of sort of obviously being out of beam range with people. Try to kind of just stay in beam range of at least your DPS as much as possible, because you don't need to go and babysit your Honor, because your Honor was really, really capable. Especially after the first bit, I was a bit like, oh, your Honor's not the best, but actually she was warming up. It was the first game Honor, right? But yeah, thank you so much for on YouTube as well as on Twitch for watching this. Obviously, you guys saw at the beginning how you get your own VOD review, so if you do want one, just quickly go back to the beginning and kind of watch how you do that. But if not, I'm more than welcome to answer any questions that you have on my Twitch or in my Discord, or my mods as well. They're really, really helpful. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone for watching this, and I shall see you all later. Bye!